Hello my lovely kids, this is your mentor Neetu. We are doing Olympiad Maths class 6 by Galaxy Publication. Now today we are doing chapter 14, data handling. In our daily life we come across many situations when we have to find results on the basis of given information. For example, if we want to know how many students among 70 students of a class have secured marks above 80% and how many have secured below 50%. We need to collect marks and then arrange these marks in such a way that we can at a glance find the required information. Okay, so here data. What do you mean by data? A data is the collection of numbers gathered to get some information, like marks obtained by 20 students of a class are given as follows. Like maximum marks are 25. So here these are the marks obtained by 20 students. Now these marks are the data of marks obtained by the students. Okay. Now the next we are talking about range. Difference between the highest and the lowest value of the data is called the range. In the above given data we can see what is the maximum marks obtained, that is 25, and the minimum marks, that is 11. So their difference, that is the range, 25 minus 11, that is equal to 14. Now the next is frequency. The number of times a particular figure occurs in the given data is called its frequency. In the above given data we can see 25 marks are obtained by 3 students. It means 25 occurs 3 times in the data. So frequency of 25 is 3. Okay. Similarly, frequency of 24 is also 3. Okay. Now the next we are talking about tally marks. In the above example, the number of students was only 20. So we can arrange the data in ascending or descending order, and then we can find the frequency of each data by simply counting the number of times a particular figure appears. Okay, arrange the data in ascending order means increasing order, and then find the frequency of each observation. तो हमने जितने भी मार्क्स हैं उनको अरेंज किया इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में. नाउ व्हाट टू डू, राइट द मार्क्स एंड राइट द फ्रीक्वेंसी. सो हियर 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. Now 11 is occurring one time, so its frequency is 1. 15 is 2 times, so its frequency is 2. 16 is 2 times, so its frequency is 2. 17 is 1 time, so its frequency is 1. तो ऐसे आप हर एक नंबर की फ्रीक्वेंसी फाइंड करेंगे एंड यू कैन राइट लाइक दिस. ओके, but usually the number of observations is large. In such a situation, arranging the data in order and finding the frequency by simply counting is difficult. In such cases, we make use of bars called as tally mark. So we use 1, 1, 2 and 2 lines, 3, 3 lines, 4, 4 lines, 5. 5 means 4 lines and 1 diagonal bunch. Okay, so like this we can write the numbers. अगर हमारे पास 6 है तो 6 को हम कैसे लिखेंगे? 5 and 1, that is 6. 7 है, so 5 and 2, 7. Okay, so like this we can write any number. Now example 1, the total number of children in 20 families of a society are given below, like 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, like this. So represent this information in a frequency distribution table. तो उसमें हम क्या लेंगे? Number of children, then tally marks, and then number of families means frequency. So here number lowest number is 1 and the highest number is 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now count 1. 1 comes how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means frequency of 1 is 5. 5 families have one child only. So here number of families 5 and Teddy marks like this. Okay, then number of children 2. So how many families? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. So we can make 2 bunches of 5, 5 like this. Okay, then the next we have 3. So how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and sum total is 20. It means we have taken all the numbers. It means this is the correct. Okay, now second thing, example 2, a die is a cube where 6 numbers are marked with numbers or dots from 1 to 6. We know one number on each face. The result obtained in 30 throws are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1 like this, and prepare a frequency distribution table. So what will you write here? Scores, tally marks, and this is the frequency. Okay, this is what? This is frequency. So see here numbers 1 to 6. Right, now 1 is coming how many times? See here 1, 2, 3, 4. So here write the numbers 1 to 6, then tally marks and then frequency. So see 1 is coming how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So frequency is 6 and 1 bunch and 1. Right, now number 2 is coming how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, again 6. So here 5 and 1, that is 6. So similarly you can check for each number. Now add these. So answer total is 30. It means this is the right way. Okay, now see, always remember that sum of the frequencies should be equal to the number of observations in the data. I hope this is clear to you. Now exercise 1 based on such type of examples, like see second question, the number of road accidents occurred per day was recorded for 31 days of January 2008 in a city. So here these are the numbers. Then prepare a frequency table for the data. So you can try this one on your own. Now see the third question, the marks obtained by 25 students in a class test of 100 marks is given below. So these are the marks obtained by 25 students. Now make a frequency distribution of the above data and answer these questions. A part, what is the maximum marks obtained? That is 100. Okay, frequency distribution आप अपने आप try करेंगे and then give answers of these questions. A part, what is the maximum marks obtained? That is 100. B part, find the number of students who scored less than 75 marks. तो कितने बच्चों के 75 मार्क्स से कम मार्क्स आए हैं, तो आपने काउंट करना है. सो हाउ यू कैन सी लाइक दिस हियर 1, 60, 40 and 70, 60, 70, 60, 70, 65, 70, 70, 60, 65, 60, 70, 70, 60. So count it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So like this. Okay, now you can try remaining parts. I hope this is clear to you. Now the next we are talking about pictorial representation of data. A data can be expressed in a number of ways, that is in words, symbols, pictures and graphs, etc. When some information is presented through pictures or symbols, objects or parts of objects, it is called pictorial representation of data or pictograph. Pictograph helps in quick and clear understanding of data. It also helps us to answer questions based on the data at a glance. Now, in pictorial representation, the same type of pictures or symbols are used to represent a specific number of objects. A picture may represent 1, 10, 100 or 1000 or any other number. The quantity represented by each symbol is clearly indicated in the representation. See example 3. Shabana was asked to find the number of students playing different games in the school. The information collected by her is as follow, like football 30 students, volleyball 30 students, badminton 10, basketball 40, cricket 20. So represent the given information with a pictograph. तो हम क्या करेंगे, जो भी हमारे पास इंफॉर्मेशन है, लाइक हेयर स्पोर्ट्स नेम, तो वी कैन राइट ओवर हेयर फुटबॉल, क्रिकेट, बास्केटबॉल, बैडमिंटन एंड देन volleyball. Okay, now see the numbers 30, 30, 10, 40, 20. You know 40 pictures बनाना it's difficult. So what to do, हम एक symbol को किसी number के through represent करेंगे. Like one symbol is representing 10 students. Okay, one smiley represents 10 students. So football 30 students means what will you do? You will make 3 smileys, right? Now cricket 20, so 2 smileys, 20 divided by 10, 2, okay. Then basketball 40, so 4 symbols, right. Then badminton 10, so 1 symbol, and volleyball 30, so 3 symbols. So very interesting and very easy. Now see example 4. A student of class 6 was asked to find the number of students in different classes from 6 to 12. He collected the information as given below, like 6th, 80th, 7th, 120, 8th, 100, 9th, 120, 10th, 160, 11th, 100, 12th, 140. So represent the given information in symbols. So what to do? We will write the class 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and now see the numbers 80, 120, 100, 120, 160. So what we can do? We can take one symbol represents 20 students, right? Now in 6th class we know how many? 80. So 80 divided by 20. So we have to draw 4 symbols, okay. Then 7th class 120. So 120 divided by 20 means 6 symbols, okay. Then 8th class 100. So 5 symbols, and then 9th class 120, so 6 symbols. Then 10th class 160, 160 divided by 20, that means 8 symbols. Now 11th class 100, so 5 symbols, and 12th 140, so 7 symbols, okay. So I hope this is clear to you, very interesting. Now the next we are talking about reading of bar graph. When a pictograph is given, we can read and interpret the information from it. Example 5. Let us see what information do we get from the given pictograph made by Mr. Roy to show the number of cars passed on a road during a particular time interval. See here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and one car, one picture is showing 100 cars. So now answer these questions. So A part, how many cars passed through the road on Monday? So Monday, see how many pictures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 means 100 cars. So 500 cars. So what is the answer? Answer is 500. Okay. Now B part, on which day minimum number of cars were passed, also write the number of cars. तो सबसे कम कौन से दिन पास करती हैं? So you can see here, these are the less symbols. So on Tuesday, and how many? 300. 3 symbols, it means 300. Now C part, on which day maximum number of cars were passed, सबसे ज़्यादा कौन से दिन पास करती हैं? You can see सबसे ज़्यादा symbols on Thursday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the half, it means 50. So 650 on Thursday. सबसे ज़्यादा on Thursday. Okay. Now the next D part, find the number of cars passed on Thursday. Was it more than the cars passed on Wednesday? So on Thursday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 and half means 50. So 650, and yes, it is more than Wednesday. Okay. Now the next, how many more cars passed on Monday in comparison with the number of cars passed on Tuesday? So Monday, how many cars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 500. Tuesday, 300. So how many more cars? That is 200 cars. Okay. So I hope this is clear to you. Now come to example 6. The pictograph shows the rainfall in some cities during a certain year, like Agra, Calcutta, Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai. So here this symbol and one symbol represents 10 centimeter. Now answer these question. A part, find the rainfall in centimeter in the following cities. The first one, Agra. So here how many symbols? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 into 10, 40 centimeter. Then Mumbai, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 into 10, that is 90 centimeter. Then Chennai, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 into 10, that is 60 centimeter. Okay. Now the next question, B part, how many more centimeter of rainfall fell in Mumbai than in Delhi? So Mumbai में 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90 centimeter. Okay. And Delhi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50 centimeter. So 40 centimeter more rainfall fell in Mumbai. Okay. I hope this is clear to you. Now see example 7. A factory made 200 dolls on Monday, 350 on Tuesday, 500 on Wednesday and 700 on Thursday. Represent the information in the form of pictograph. So see here we have 200, 500, 350, 700. So one symbol we can take equals to 100 dolls, right? So here write the days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. On Monday 200, so 2 symbols. Then on Tuesday 350, so 3 and 1 half. Okay, 300 and this is 50, right? Then Wednesday 500, so 5 symbols. And then Thursday 700, so 7 symbols, right? I hope this is clear to you. Now exercise 2, based on such type of examples, like here third question, the total number of students of a school in different years is shown in the following table. Here year given 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004 and 2005. And here number of students 4000, 5500, 6500, 3500, 5000 and 4500. So prepare a pictograph using this symbol to represent 1000 students and answer these questions. Okay. So what will you do? You will write here year and number of students. So here 2000, then 2001, 2002, like this. See 2000, how many students? 4000, and one symbol for 1000 students. So how many symbols we have to draw? 4 symbols here. Okay. So like this you can try this question. I hope this is clear to you. You can complete it on your own. Now similarly you can see the fifth question. The number of cars sold in a month in the following cities are as shown below, like Delhi, Calcutta, Mumbai, Chennai and Bengaluru. So here we have some symbols and one symbol represents 200 cars. Now answer these questions. A part, find the number of cars sold in each city. So in Delhi, count the symbols 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 multiply by 200. So 10 into 200, that is 2000. Okay, then in Calcutta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 into 200, that is 1400. Okay, then Mumbai 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 into 200, that is 1600. Right? Now Chennai 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 into 200, that is 800. Okay, then Bengaluru 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 into 200, that is 1200. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Now B part, in which city maximum number of cars were sold? So maximum number of cars were sold in Delhi, right? Then C part, how many more cars were sold in Calcutta than in Chennai? So in Calcutta, how many cars? That is 1400. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into 200, 1400. And in Chennai, how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 800. So how many more? Difference, that is 600. Okay, now D part, find the total number of cars sold in these 5 cities, add all these numbers. Okay, and then E part, in which city minimum number of cars were sold? So minimum number of cars were sold in Chennai. Okay, so I hope these are clear to you. Very interesting and very easy. Now the next we are talking about bar graph. When the given data is large and also not in multiples of a number, then it is difficult to represent it by a pictograph. Thus we use rectangles of uniform width to represent large data. We always keep equal space in between the bars or rectangles of uniform width. So see the properties of bar graph. Bars may be either vertical or horizontal. We often use vertical bars. The second one, the height or length of the bar indicates the value of the data. The third point, width of the bar always remains equal, but height or length changes according to the data. The next point, bars are equally spaced. And the next one, bars may be shaded to make them attractive. And the next, bar graphs are useful for visual comparison of the given data. So now steps to follow to construct a bar graph. हम bar graph कैसे बनाएंगे? Step 1, on a graph paper we draw a horizontal line x-axis and a vertical line y-axis. Step 2, mark points at equal intervals along horizontal line. Below these points, write the names of the data items whose values are to be plotted. And step 3, choose a suitable scale. On that scale, find the height of the bars for the numerical values. Step 4, mark these heights parallel to the y-axis from the points taken in step 2. जब आप करेंगे, it would be clear to you. Then step 5, on the horizontal line, draw bars of equal width for the heights marked in step 4. So let us look at some examples showing how bar graph can be drawn. So here, example 8, the number of cycles produced by a factory in a week during Friday is given as below. Now see example 8, the number of cycles produced by a factory in a week. Now it is given like this: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. So 800, 900, 1200, 900 and 1400. So draw a bar graph to represent the above information. So what is the step 1? On a graph paper, draw horizontal line and vertical line, okay, like this, x-axis and y-axis. Now step 2, along a horizontal line, Mark the days at points taken at equal distance. And step 3, choose the scale. 1 division equals to 100 cycles. Okay. Then step 4, the heights of bars are as follow, like production on Monday 800 cycles. So now 800 divided by 100 means 8. Okay. Then production on Tuesday 900 divided by 100, that is 9. And then production on Wednesday 1 by 100 into 1200, that is 12th division. So like this. So here you can see over here days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and here number of cycles, and we can write the scale over here. 1 unit division equals to 100 cycles, यानी हमने 100 का डिफरेंस यहाँ पर लिया है. Now we will leave some gap and draw a bar of Monday. Monday में 800, so till 800 draw a bar. Okay, then leave the same gap, और जितनी width इस बार की है उतनी ही width हम बाकी bars की रखेंगे. Okay, then Tuesday how many? Tuesday 900, then Wednesday 1200, then Thursday it is 900, and then Friday it is 1400. So this is the bar graph. Okay, very easy, very nice, and very informative. Okay, now the next is example 9. The following are the number of students allotted in a school in different classes. So classes and number of students given: 6 to 12 classes. 6th में 20, 7th 26, 8th 30, 9th 34, 10th 24, 11th 32, 12th 34. So draw the bar graph to represent the above information. So step 1, on a graph paper draw 2 lines, x-axis and y-axis. Now step 2, mark points at equal intervals along x-axis. Below these points write the class whose value is to be plotted. And step 3, choose a suitable scale. हमारे पास number of students हैं, so we can take 1 unit equals to 10 small square equals to 4 students. यानी हम यहाँ पर गैप ले लेंगे 4 का, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, like this. Okay, now the next step, the heights of the bars are as follow. अब 6 class में how many students? 20. So 20 तक हम एक बार ड्रॉ करेंगे, leave some gap. Okay, then leave the same gap. 7th class, here we have how many? 7th class में we have 26. So 26 is between 24 and 28. So this is 7th class. Similarly 8th class how many? 30. So like this. So for all the classes we can draw the bars of equal width and space must be uniform between them, right? Now reading of bar graph. So in reading a bar graph we need to know: A part, the title of the bar graph; B part, the captions written along x-axis means horizontal line and y-axis means vertical line; C point, the number of students; interpret the numerical values represented along horizontal axis. See example 10. Observe the given bar graph which shows sale of shirts in a ready-made shop from Monday to Saturday and answer these question. हमारे पास एक बार ग्राफ है. Here days given, here number of shirts sold. Okay, so now read this bar graph and answer the question. The first A part, what information is given by the bar graph? So what we are getting? The given bar graph shows the sale of shirts in a ready-made garment shop from Monday to Saturday. Okay, now B part, mention the scale chosen on the horizontal line representing number of shirts. So here you can see scale is here 5. Okay, so scale is 1 unit equals to 5 shirts, right? Now C part, mention the day of maximum sale. सबसे ज़्यादा sale on Friday. Okay, so it's on Friday, right? And then mention the day of minimum sale, सबसे कम sale on Monday. Okay, then the next, now E part, how many shirts were sold on Wednesday? Was the same number of shirts sold on Saturday? So on Wednesday 40 shirts were sold, and on Saturday also same. So yes, on Wednesday 40 shirts were sold, and on Saturday same number of shirts were sold. Okay, now example 11. This is a bar graph of circulation of newspapers in a town in 6 languages. Now study the graph and answer the question. So here you can see along x-axis we have language, and along y-axis we have number of newspaper. So languages are Urdu, Punjabi, Tamil, English, Hindi and Marathi. So A part, find the number of newspapers circulated in Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, Marathi and Tamil. So in Hindi, how many? 900. In Punjabi, how many? 500. In Urdu, 300. In Marathi, it is 400. So in Hindi, see how many? Hindi 900. Okay, so Hindi 900, Punjabi that is 500, then Urdu that is 300, Marathi is between 300 and 400, this is 350, and Tamil is 200. Okay, now name the language in which the least number of newspapers are circulated, that is Tamil. Okay, then the C part, what is the difference between the number of Hindi newspapers and English newspapers being circulated? Hindi में 900, English में 700. So what is the difference? That is 200. Okay, now the next, write the number of newspapers circulated in descending order. So descending order means decreasing order, means greatest to smallest. So Hindi 900, English 700, Punjabi 500, Marathi 350, Urdu 300 and Tamil 200. So very easy. Now next example 12. Given below is a bar graph showing the marks obtained by Mohit in 5 subjects in an annual examination. So see here, along x-axis we have subjects, and here along y-axis we have marks. So marks obtained by Mohit in an annual examination. So here 1 unit scale equals to 10 marks. So now read the bar graph and answer these questions. A part, in which subject does Mohit get the lowest marks? सबसे कम marks? Social studies. Okay, so in social studies. B part, in which subject does Mohit get the highest marks? Highest marks in maths, 70, right? Okay, now C part, how many marks does he get in English? So in English he gets 52 marks. So I hope this is clear to you. Example 13. In a survey of 130 families of a colony, the number of children in each family was recorded, and the data has been represented by the bar graph given below. So we have here one bar graph here, number of children along x-axis and number of families along y-axis. Now read this bar graph carefully and answer these questions. A part, what information does the bar graph give? So the given bar graph shows the number of children in each of the 130 families of a colony, right? Now B part, how many families have 2 children? So number of children 2, how many families? So this is 35 families have 2 children each, because this is between 30 and 40, right? Now C part, how many families have no child? So here number of families having 1 or more children. So first count all these. So 1, 20, 2, 35, 3, how many? 3, that is 60, and 4, that is 12. So total 127 and total number of families 130. So it means number of families having no child 130 minus 127, that is 3, right? Now D part, what percentage of families have 4 children? हमें percentage find करनी है. It means number of families having 4 children divided by total into 100. So number of families having 4 children, that is 12. So 12 divided by 130 into 100. So cut the 0, so we are getting 9.23%, right? Now the next example given below is the bar graph showing the number of scooter produced by a factory during the first 5 months of a year. We can see along x-axis months January, February, March, April, May, and here production of scooter along y-axis. So now read the above bar graph carefully and answer the questions given below. A part, how many scooters were produced in the month of March? So March में how many? That is 800. So 800 scooters were produced in the month of March. Okay. Now B part, what was the increase in production in February over the production in January? February में January से कितने ज़्यादा production हुई? So in January how many? 500. In February how many? 1100. So their difference, that is 600. So increase in production, that is 600, right? Now C part, what was the decrease in production in March in comparison to the production in February? March में February से कितनी कम production हुई? See, in March we have 800, in February 1100. So here decrease in production 1100 minus 800, that is 300. Now G part, in which month was the production minimum and what was it? सबसे कम production किस month में थी? January में. And how much? This is 500. I hope these are clear to you. Now come to exercise 3 based on such type of examples. So you can try these one. So now see the fourth question. The following bar graph shows the number of vehicles passed through a crossing. Answer these questions. So here days, Monday to Sunday, and here number of vehicles. So here A part, which day is the day of minimum traffic at the crossing? So सबसे कम traffic कौन से दिन? So you can see the bar. This is the smallest bar. So that is the Wednesday. Okay. And B part, which day is the day of maximum traffic? सबसे ज़्यादा traffic कौन से दिन था? So you can see the bar. This is the highest one. So on Sunday, right? So I hope this is clear to you. Like here C part, how many vehicles pass through the traffic crossing on Friday? Friday how many? That is 900. Okay. Similarly D part, how many total vehicles pass through the traffic crossing during the week? So total on Monday like 400, Tuesday 700, Wednesday 200. तो सबका find out करेंगे and then add all these. I hope this is clear to you. Now see the next one, like 6 questions. Read the graph given below and answer these questions. Percentage of marks secured by Kavita in half yearly examination. So here subjects given and here percentage given. So English, Hindi, Math, Science and SST. Now A part, name the subject in which Kavita has got the best percentage. So in mathematics that is the best percentage because this is the highest bar. Okay. Now B part, find the percentage of her marks in mathematics, that is 90%. Okay. Now C part, if passing percent is 40%, then in which subject she failed? Okay. If passing percent is 40%, then in which subject she failed? So in SST she is getting 20%. So in SST she is failed. Now D part, what information is depicted from the graph? So this graph is showing percentage of marks secured by Kavita in half yearly examination. Okay, very simple, very easy. So you can try remaining questions. Now this is the time of mental maths. Now first question, filling the blanks like B part. Two of the simplest ways of organizing data are pictograph and bar graph. Okay, so now the next is like H part. In a bar graph, the space between the two bars is kept same, uniform. Okay, similarly you can try rest statements. Now the second one, state true or false. Like here B part, the frequency 7 is represented as this using telemarks. No, this is the Roman number, so this is wrong, this is false. Okay, like E part, in a bar graph bars are drawn with equal spacing between them, so yes, this is true. Okay, so similarly you can try rest statements. I hope these are clear to you. So thank you for watching this video. Stay connected with us till the next video. Have a nice day and take care.